Right, hello everybody, it is Ruth Hull here, and a lot of you have been asking me how to use seeds. If you did the 5-day challenge with me a couple of weeks ago, you'll know I kept going on and on and on about eating seeds, eating nuts, but I got lots of questions afterwards about how to use seeds, what do they look like, what do I do with them. So I've got my teenage daughter here holding the phone, thank you Sophia. And I've just got a couple of seeds here. There are more. This is just what I've got in my house at the moment. And I'll just talk you through them briefly. What I want to just emphasize first, though, is if you have a digestive problem, if you have something like irritable bowel syndrome or colitis, if you have a leaky gut, then seeds are not the best thing for you. Rather avoid them completely until you have healed your gut, and then you can start eating seeds. So seeds are for people with a relatively healthy gut, and they can irritate your gut if you already have problems. So what we have here, let's hope I can remember them. We've got some chia seeds, chia, C-H-I-A, and these are, what I should have said is you can buy seeds in your supermarket. They're either in the health food section or sometimes they're in the baking section as well, sometimes with the cereals. So they're really easily available. Some of them can be quite pricey, but you've got to remember you only need a little bit. They last a long time. So chia seeds, they're tiny. And what I do with these is I just add them to yogurt. So you can mix them with a dairy yogurt or coconut yogurt. You can add them to smoothies, you can add them to your cereal, and you literally just need a heaped teaspoon. So not too much. If you have too much, they begin to taste horrible. But they don't have much flavor. They actually swell up when they're in liquid, and they take on the flavor of whatever you've added them to. Now we've got some hemp seeds. These are my absolute favorite. They have a nice nutty sort of taste. Very, very high in protein, and again I just sprinkle them into my yogurt or my cereal. You can also sprinkle them onto salads or vegetables, or you can even eat them by the teaspoon. I love them. Don't sprinkle chia seeds on your salads. They don't have a nice taste. Rather put them in something liquid. Here, these are your sunflower seeds, and you can eat them raw. They're delicious, just sprinkled onto salads, onto veggies. They're delicious. Sunflower and pumpkin seeds you can actually blend and add them to your hummus, or you can add them to your pesto if you make pesto. I sound like I'm a cook, but I'm not really. And you can cook them. I will show you in a minute how to cook them. You can also just add them to your cereal. Sunflower, pumpkin, and linseeds. It's quite a good idea to blend them first or grind them. If you've got a little coffee grinder, you can just save that for your seeds, and you can grind them first before you have them with your cereal or yogurt. Makes them a little bit easier to digest. So sunflower, pumpkin, and linseeds. And all seeds, they're very high in your good fats that I'm always talking about, your essential omegas, and they are very high in protein, especially your hemp. They are high in fiber, and they've got a myriad of nutrients and vitamins. So really start eating them every day. They also help balance your blood sugars. Okay, so the way to cook them, and don't get a fright when you see how I cook, but basically you just put them in a dry frying pan so there's no oil, and you can just chuck them in. I'm going to eat these just now. And it takes a little bit of time, and you'll hear they'll suddenly start popping. It's quite cool. The thing is that it takes a while for them to start cooking, and then suddenly they burn. They burn very quickly, so you do have to keep an eye on them. And you can do exactly the same with nuts like almonds and walnuts. If you want to add them to a salad and you want a bit of crunch, you can do this. Whilst you're sort of heating them, you can add salt if you want them salty. It's up to you. Okay, I'm just going to boost this. Let's hope they don't burn, because I'm a little bit impatient. And okay, you do have to just keep shaking them. Just keep shaking it like that. Or you can get a spoon if you want to, and just keep stirring it. Okay, now it's taking ages. Usually it happens really quickly, but you'll hear. Okay, so that's it. We'll just leave these to cook for a while, and hopefully you'll hear the popping. Oh, there, my stove keeps falling off. Okay, so that's seeds. They should be eaten as long as you don't have digestive problems. You want to be eating seeds preferably every day. Don't stick to one type only. Get an assortment. Have different ones on different days. Remember, variety is really important. Okay, these aren't, it's not